So, hello, handstand training. Today I found a nice little spot in the shadow. It's hot, it's summer, and my goal was to be able to train the freestanding handstand outside during summer. Unfortunately, I'm not there yet. So, I have been now training for 6 months, and today I'm going to show you where I'm currently at in my handstand practice. So before we begin, just a few words on what actually the purpose of training the handstand at past 40 years old. And I don't think there is any sort of deep reasoning behind it. It's just overall about being physically active. We all know that this is really important when it comes to trying to get healthy into aging, I guess, and then when it comes to physical activity, everyone has to find what suits them. So for me, I'm not really driven by big muscles, aesthetics, or athletic performance. For me, training is more related to overall movement capacity, and then that's somehow how I landed into handstand practice. I think it's something nice to practice. It challenges the body and the mind as well in different ways. I wasn't really used to that. Training something skill-based. It's quite a bit um, different than just doing push-ups or pull-ups or just training basic exercises. So yeah, 5 months or 6 months, it's quite a long time, I admit, and I'm still not handstanding, but it's fine. I'm not in a hurry. I do have the time, and as long I have fun doing it, I will keep going. When I get bored and I don't see any reason to continue, I will stop. That's how it is. I'm not stubborn into my goals. But yeah, for the time being, I still experience fun. But I have to admit that this phase right now, learning to get off the wall, basically learning to balance, is quite long and it feels really slow. So sometimes I do experience some mental struggle, and I really do have sometimes to kick myself doing the work, just because it feels slow and also inconsistent. What I mean by that is that you have, or I have, days where it's just not working well. I keep falling off the wall. I can't really, or I struggle to accumulate time balancing. And other days, it's quite the opposite. You feel light, you feel floating, everything works well. So it's not easy to measure progress in this type of practice. So yeah, now I'm going to show you some couple of sets of chest and back to wall balance practice. So usually when I train, I do 5 to 10 sets of this before I move on and train the kick up and some cartwheels as well. So let's get started. So at this point of my journey, I feel like the forearms are the limiting factor. That's the area that tired out as the first, and also sometimes I feel just a lack of strength in my fingers and hands to get off the wall properly, especially in the later sets of the session. So that is certainly something that is going to take some more time to get adaptations from the practice. But just keep in mind that when you start training a handstand, there are probably on each stage of the training some difference in capacity required. So at the beginning, it's more acclimatization of the position, shoulders, getting tired. But now, for me, this has really shifted into hands and forearms. So no more shadow now. I'm on the grass and I'm going to start practicing the kick up, which is something that has to be practiced by itself. You know, it's a complicated skill, kind of. There is a lot going on during a kick up, so it definitely takes time separately to train. Yeah, the most difficult aspect of the kick up, I think, is mentally being distracted by wanting to hit the handstand as fast as possible. You know, we all want to make progress and we are in a hurry. And then when something like this happens, we kind of lose track on what is important during one particular exercise. So today we will try to focus really on, you know, having these foundations, which is hands, arms, and shoulders, stable, and not worry too much about getting as high as possible. And then as a second focus, I want really trying to opening the shoulders at the same time as my hips moves up. So it's starting to get really hot now, and I will finish the session with some cartwheels and then close it for the day. This was the first video where I didn't use a script, so I think I'm going to do it this way in the future because it feels more natural for me, even though my English may be a little bit worse without having a text. It doesn't matter. I think it's good enough to just talk a little bit. I will do mistakes for sure, but I think most of you will be able to understand me. So yeah, some cartwheels for the end. Thanks for watching and have a nice summer.